Hi, it's Steph back with just an update. This is the front bed. This is where, pull in. We have my husband's birthday is this weekend, so we have some people coming over. I just wanted it to be fresh. You can still see where I cut back the daffodils, but that's fine. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Some Victoria Blue Salvia that I plugged in, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the Vista bubblegum. I didn't want to spend a ton of money, but I did want to have it impactful and full of color. This is a quick fire fab hydrangea right there. So I just divided a lamb's ear like a ton of times, trimmed that. These Russian sage were already there, and I just filled in some annual. So that's that, and I'll show you where I moved the geraniums. So I had geraniums that I took from a hanging basket. There's 5 plants in them. There's a video about that, and I divided them and planted them there. I just didn't like the colors together. It was like a coral geranium, and then there's showing some color here. And I just didn't like it with the lamb's ear. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this just has some dead leaves. And this is a Juga. I want to say black scallop, though it doesn't look super dark. Might be because of the amount of sun it gets. I have no idea. So I think that's pretty much all I'm going to be putting in here. There's not a huge, it's a lot of mulch, a lot of power mulch. So I just don't know what I want to have here. So for now, this is what it's going to look like. A couple of changes. I had a Boston fern that I overwintered in these pots, and I just moved them out for this nonstop begonia. Here, I have a tag. Nonstop mocha pink shades. There's like a burgundy brownish leaf, which I think just clashes a little bit with this tree, but that's okay. And then it's just rind with some impatiens. I had the Boston fern. It was just looking really ratty, and I just didn't have the patience for it to fill back out. It would have, but I just wanted to have a little bit more color here, especially now that everything else is just going to be green, just the hostas, and this rhododendron's out of color. So just wanted to have a little pop over here. And then I will give you another few more updates, how some things are doing. The containers are doing really well. So there's the swoop filling in nicely. So what I did, so this was a replacement. I ended up replacing one of these because if you see the previous video, you saw the previous video when this started on May 4th. They were small, so they're filling out lovely, but I did replace one of them because I'll show you what it looks like. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but there's the strawberries doing great. Should have some in a few weeks. So this was the one that was struggling, and the only petunia in that pot that survived was the mini Vista white. So I just have it here as a mono planting, and then this is the other container. I had some petunias that I just was either I pulled from somewhere else. I just threw them in here. The stock, I don't know if they are reblooming, but if they don't rebloom, they're gonna come out. And then the geranium is doing very well. So again, I haven't come out in deadhead, which I need to do, but there's that. Let me show you one more before I go to the back. And this is a Dusty Miller that I planted last year. It came back and it's loving its life. Roses in bloom, and this is the other hanging basket. And these are all just cheapo mounding petunias that are doing very well. Here's the other one, just different purple. Dichondra Silver Falls isn't really doing much, but again, I'll give it some time. This one's doing really well. This one, not so much. So these landing petunias are just doing very, very nice. Now I will take you this way so you can see some of the colored roses are looking great, as they tend to in June. This is the azalea. I may have quite possibly killed. So we'll see. My fingers are crossed that it will flush back out, but I don't know. I really don't know. Hydrangeas are filling in. Thankfully, I had to cut them back pretty hard, but there's buds on them, so yay for that. Hostas, heucheras, hydrangeas, called the so this is real life right here. These raccoons digging up my stuff. So this is why you gotta walk through your garden, because this is real life. Things just get dug up. It's probably because of the polytone that I put in. The smell of it probably attracts them. This is the hydrangea I bought on clearance that one time when maybe you saw the short I had from Lowe's, and look, one of them is starting to color up. That's awesome. But it's doing great, rooting quite nicely. That's another, these both are Monrovia hydrangeas. I just moved this, as you can see. Raccoon dug that up and this up this morning, and I moved back. So these I transplanted from down there. Just moved some things. So there's a heucheras down there that were yellow, and there's just too much yellow in the spot. So I put these soft greens there. Thought it looks nice. Update you on these containers. They're not showing really much color, but there's a little bud there. But this is the creeping Jenny. These are the $11 containers. Everything's putting on growth. There's a ton of buds coming in on this geranium, so I'm thinking in a week or two. We haven't had a lot of hot weather, which is kind of a bummer. So typically these are a lot farther along than they are right now. Here's the second pot. Looks good. Everything looks healthy. It's just, you know, not putting on a lot of size. Some more things I can show you. These, I put in a bunch of zinnias and planted some cosmos. But these are doing okay. Cut the echinacea back because it was looking really sad, so hoping it'll flesh back out stronger. This one's already starting to look better. Petunias are doing well. Peonies done blooming. Irises are done blooming. But these roses, again, June is just the month of the rose. Look at this. It's like a super old bloom, but look at how massive it is. Just gorgeous. Leaves are looking rough, but I guess you can't have everything. And then this one, this is Tequila Supreme. Growing beautifully. It's really starting to take off, which is exciting. That's a party hibiscus. That'll bloom late summer. More raccoon damage. That. This is a drift rose that I bought in clearance, and it completely defoliated. But it is pushing out new growth, so I'm hopeful for that. And then these are the zinnias I planted on Mother's Day. Doing quite well. Some weeds in there. And once they get bigger, I am going to mulch in there. But I did want to wait until they put on some top growth. And they got pretty big. This is just a mess. It's like when you want to call your neighbor and be like, dude, your overgrowth is killing it. And that's why you see all these specks of brown and white. It's just everywhere, and I'm over it. But que sera, sera. I'm not really putting a ton of energy into this side of the bed because of just my mental health. If I produce food on this side, great. If I don't, it is what it is. I will just have to live with that. So here, I did plant. I moved. There was a whole bunch of overgrowth, just a mess, and I still have to deal with that. But another day. But I did make some more space because I bought 4 tomatoes. They are the mortgage thrifter, I believe it's called. They get huge. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 3 squash plants that I hope I didn't. I mean, they're looking a little shocked. They're looking quite sad. So hopefully they bounce back. I think that they will. Everything else is looking pretty good. I have maybe 1 cucumber that might not make it, that one right there. But everything else is looking pretty good. I need to get more pavers, and there's just work to be done there. But I was able to expand this bed, so that I'm thankful for. And I'm hoping it gets enough sun, because it does have this fence and it does have a pool right here that it would get shaded by. So my fingers are crossed that it's going to produce some food. It's just trying not to get disappointed. But I think that's pretty much it for today. Not much going on. Just want to give you an update on some of the containers that we did together. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.